Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my monthly update for the Past, Present, Future Project Pan. This project was created by my good friend Elizabeth. She is at Cookie Pans over on Instagram. And this project started out last year with the focus on 10 products to represent the outgoing decade, 10 products representing the incoming decade, and one product recommending, why do I keep saying recommending? And one product related to the present. So 21 items in all. Prior to this update, I have had 3 empties, so I'm only working with 18 products now, and unfortunately, I don't have any new empties today, but there are some products that I feel like I've made some really good progress on, and I can't wait to show you guys because I've been using some of these products very consistently. Others, not so much, but I feel like a lot of it has been used very consistently over the past month. So let's start with the past category. These are products that I have had in my collection since before I started my Instagram account over 4 years ago. Yes, this is pretty old makeup. It's still all good. It still works just fine, but nothing would make me happier than to use this stuff up and get it out, because there comes a point where it's hard to talk about old makeup. People give you the side eye, and yeah, I'd like to get it out. So let's do that. First of all, I have the remaining half of my Revlon eyeshadow duo. It's the Revlon Color Stay Powder Shadow Duo in Coffee. And I have already finished the white side. I finished it in this project last year, and now I'm only working on this deeper side, this matte brown side. I had decided to make this a focus product over the past month, and although I didn't completely finish it, I did make some good headway. I have removed the stopper from the product, so the stopper is out now, and I am scraping the sides, and there's a lot more window showing in this product than there was a month ago. I like to wear this cream shadow as like a primer or a base for when I do just a neutral bronzy eye look, which I don't do every day, but when I do, I try to put this on as a base. So that's how I've been using this, and I'm gonna keep working on it. Hopefully I can finish it off in the next 2 months or so. There's a lot of product left in there, to be honest. A little bit more than I originally expected. Next is my CoverGirl lipstick in Sheer Rubies. I keep this in my purse and I love applying it while I'm at work. It is just the most beautiful sheer pinky red, and this is where I'm at now. I didn't reach for this a ton over the past month, and honestly, it's like this past week I was like, oh man, I gotta do an update. I better start working on this. So I kind of used it a bunch this past week, but I don't think I was really using it at all before that. So I don't know if there's really any progress to show, but I did use it a bunch this past week. I just don't know if it's enough. This next product is the Little Engine That Could. This is my Revlon Color Stay Light Makeup in the shade Ivory. I've been wearing this every single day. I like this a lot. This is a great foundation. Ironically, I'm really enjoying it. It's not available anymore, and Revlon is not cruelty free, so I probably wouldn't repurchase it, but I'm really enjoying this very much, and you would think that this would go really quickly. I mean, it's just a tiny itty bitty bottle. It says it's 1 fluid ounce, so it's a regular size foundation, but it's still going strong. I think it might be gone by next month, but I honestly don't know how it's still going, but it's getting there. It feels very light at this point. The next product is my body spray. I haven't touched this at all yet. I am so close to finishing a different body spray that I'm working on, and then I need to work on a different, this is just, things just keep happening, and this keeps moving further and further down the list of perfumes to be working on. So I'm hoping to work on this by like early fall, but I don't think I'll be touching this at all for the next couple months, if I'm being honest. There's 2 other perfumes I need to work on first, so that's too bad. I might have overdone it a little bit on the planning for perfumes this year. Next, I have my Mary Kay Icicles in silver. I know I've been talking about cutting this packaging open for the last couple months. I still haven't done it. I did use this maybe once or twice in the past month, but that's it. I haven't focused in on this very much. Another product I really haven't touched in the past month is my lip balm in Snow. I decided to commit myself to working on a different lip balm that's in another project. And I moved that lip balm to my bathroom, and I'm using that one every morning and every night instead of this one. So for this past month, I have not really worked on this. That lip balm is almost gone. It's on its last leg. So I should get back to this within the next month. But unfortunately, I don't really have much to talk about. I feel like I am... Oh, I do have something to talk about. I hit pan. Oh my gosh, you're not even gonna be able to see it. There you go, before I stopped working on this, I hit pan. I totally forgot. Oh my gosh, look at that. I finally hit pan. I totally forgot because I haven't worked on this in so long. I love the smell of this. It's like a pepperminty smell. Yeah, I hit pan finally. Oh my gosh, how could I forget that? The next product is my Magic Powder by Prescriptives. I am working on this now. I finally found a way to apply this or to pour this out so that I could make it work for me, because this little container was not working with the brush that I was using to apply it, and I was getting frustrated. So what I found is, do you guys remember that eyeshadow trio that I was working on last year for my Pan That palette? The Physicians Formula baked one? The lid broke on that a long time ago. And so I'm using the lid to that eyeshadow trio. So basically I take the lid and I pour a little bit of the powder onto the lid, and I work from here until it's gone. Then I go to another powder that's pressed that I have in a project, and I use that for a few days and treat myself to a nice pressed powder. And then I dump some more out into here and work on this. So currently I'm using this every single day. And I just use it as an all-over setting powder or finishing powder. It's not gone yet. There's still quite a bit of product in this container. But it feels good to be working on it. And the final product from my past category is another one that I am working on every single day. That is almost every single day. That is my Salty Cosmetics Glamazoid Loose Pigment. I use it to set my eyeshadow primer, but I only use it to set my eyeshadow primer when I'm using a skin colored eyeshadow primer. So when I'm using this brown shade, I don't set my eyeshadow primer with this, because this is a very like pinky white primer powder, and it would look weird together. But if I'm using like a skin colored eyeshadow primer, I will set it with this. And I can't show you how much progress I have made on this or how much product is left. It's really hard to see, but I think I'm making good headway on this, and I'm hoping I might be able to finish it in the next couple months or so. I don't know. I'm really excited that that's getting worked on, and it might be out of my inventory before next year. My present product is my Wet n Wild High Shine Lipstick in Petal Poison. I don't think I used this at all in the past month. When I think back to what lip products I'm working on, I don't know what to say. I don't know what I'm working on, but it wasn't this. Maybe I used it once, but no real use, no progress to show, no windows peeking through on the packaging yet. I'm gonna keep enjoying this. Finally, let's talk about my future category. These are all products that are up to 4 years old, but they were purchased after I started my Instagram account about 4 years ago. Let's start with the two products I haven't touched at all. The two products from the future category that I have not touched at all in the past month are these two. I still haven't touched my Josie Maran highlighting stick. I'm still working on Lunch Money from ColourPop. And I haven't touched my 2-in-1 with Radiance Booster Tinted Serum from MAC. I'm still working on the Revlon foundation from the past category. Once the Revlon foundation is gone, I think I'll be switching to this one throughout the summer. But yeah, I need to use up the Revlon one first. So the rest of the products I have used a few times here and there, some more consistently than others. But unfortunately, some of these I don't have much to show for it, especially with these two. I have my Dirty Chai Lip Gloss and my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I have used these a few times, but I don't have any progress to show you. I've been focusing more on another lip gloss that I kind of impulsively threw into a project a couple months ago because I needed a bigger challenge, I guess. Next, let's talk about the two bronzers in this project. Technically, this is a setting powder, but at this point, it's basically a bronzer. And I have my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. What I've been doing for the past year and a half is primarily focusing on my butter bronzer and putting a little bit of this on my forehead when I'm done with my makeup. But I'm really close to finishing this one off. So I decided to put this aside and strictly focus on this one. Plus, this one is a deeper shade, so it just kind of makes more sense that as we're getting into summer, I'm applying a slightly more pigmented bronzer on my skin versus this one that really works when I am ghostly pale. So here's my butter bronzer. That's where I'm at right now. I don't know if I used it a whole lot this past month, maybe just a few times. Not much to show, I don't think. But this guy, I have lots to show. Are you ready? This is where I'm at now. So I have the tiniest amount of product left on either edge of this pan. This one in particular is almost gone. This one, there's a little bit left on, but it's nice to see my commitment and dedication towards this palette is paying off because this is the only bronzer I'm using at this point, and I cannot wait for it to be gone, to be honest. I love this product, I like it a lot, but I would love to have a finished palette out of my collection, and I would love to get back to working on my butter bronzer and finishing that off as well. So that is where I'm at with this, and I'm super pumped about that. Maybe I could finish it by next month, probably not, but maybe. I'm gonna try. Next is my Glaze and Eye Gloss from Butter London in Starlight. I've been applying this on top of the lightest shimmery pink shade from my Pan That palette. I've talked about this a whole bunch in different videos, but the lightest shimmer shade in my Pan That palette looks gorgeous in the pan, but on my eyes, it doesn't do anything. It just looks like a satiny eyeshadow. It's pigmented, it has good color payoff, but it doesn't pop at all on my eyes. So what I love to do is apply this on top of that shadow, which kind of makes that shadow irrelevant, but that's how I've been using this, and this has so much more impact, and it gives me exactly what I wish the Viseart shadow would. There's not much to show. This is one of those jelly type products, and it's basically lost all of the jelly. It's pretty dehydrated. So in order for me to use it, I have to wet my finger and rehydrate it, and it works perfectly every time. That was a tip I learned from my friend Rania. But yeah, I am using this particularly in combination with that lightest shimmery pink shade from my Pan That palette. Next is ColourPop's Koosh. I love this shadow so much. This is like my perfect inner corner highlight. I wear this almost every single day because nothing brightens my inner corners like this does. This is the best at bringing light to the inner corners of my eyes. I just love it. Obviously using it that way and that way only doesn't require a lot of product, but I am reaching for it almost every single day. And I am making slow but steady progress on it. And finally, I have my Milani Bella Rose eyeshadow that I use as a brow bone highlight and a face highlight almost every single day. I just talked about this in my Did You Pan My Battleship update, and I have a close-up of it in that video. But I am working towards finishing this, and I don't know if I could do that this year or not. I kind of feel like maybe I can finish it. I'm not only working on expanding the pan, but I'm working on lowering the profile of this product that was originally like this crazy dome. It wasn't like domed like this. It was domed up and then it had this weird like donut dip in the middle, and then it was really strange. If you've had this product, you know what I'm talking about, but it's definitely domed, but it was domed in a weird way. So I'm working to flatten the dome and expand the pan. I use a very stiff brush when I'm applying it to my brow bone, and I use a very loose, fluffy brush when I'm using it as a face highlight. But yeah, it's going. I love this. I'm gonna miss it once it's gone, but I'm sure I have another pinky highlight somewhere in my makeup stash. Whether it's a highlighter or an eyeshadow, I have something. I'll be okay. But that's where we're at with this project. I don't feel like I can work towards these empties, but I do feel like it's possible that by next month's update, both of these might be empties. I'm using both of these products every single day at this point. That's why I said I don't feel like I can like work towards finishing them, because I'm already working towards it every single day. But we'll see what happens with these two. Maybe I could finish this one. Maybe I could finish that one. Getting these two out of this project would be amazing, because I have a backup bronzer waiting to be used and I have a backup foundation waiting to be used, both of which are in this project, and I'd like to get going on both of them. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. You gotta stay tuned. All right guys, that is it for this update for past, present, future. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.